The moment Victoria walks into an unfamiliar environment with unfamiliar people, she is already in fight mode. Victoria came from a part of the world where dogs often experience people very differently than they do here. Whether through neglect, conflict, or simply learning that strangers were not safe, she arrived to America believing that unfamiliar humans were dangerous. Before our training sessions even begin, she is already hyperventilating, scanning the environment, muscles tense, looking for perceived danger before any danger has actually appeared. To most people, she is that aggressive dog. To me, she is busy battling terror. She is busy surviving. A concept called Mushin has been on my radar on and off since I was a teenager living at my grandmother's house practicing yoga and kung fu. Mushin translates roughly to no mind. It is a state where the mind isn't trapped by fear, anger, ego, or constant internal chatter. Victoria was not born with a quiet mind. She had a crowded one, a loud one. Meditation is not the art of never losing focus. It is the art of noticing you have wandered and gently returning. Just like reactivity is not always the absence of discipline or training, sometimes reactivity is the mind wandering into survival. When Victoria walks out of the house with her new handler, Vidya, there is a moment where you can almost watch her nervous system change. She shakes off her entire body. The hypervigilance fades. She does not react to dogs or people the way she normally would. Her breathing slows. A steady trot begins. The scanning decreases. Her movement becomes rhythmic. The leash softens. She stops preparing for a fight that never comes. She is not empty. She is present. And that made me wonder, how many of us leave our homes just like Victoria, scanning, expecting criticism, expecting rejection, expecting conflict, expecting someone to cut us off in traffic, our bodies preparing for threats that may never arrive. That is why Victoria's training is not just a dog training lesson. It's a human lesson too. And the framework is very simple. Practice returning. First, sit quietly and notice your thoughts. Do not try to stop them. Just notice where your mind goes. Then, slow your breathing. Not to force relaxation, but to remind your body that it is safe. Then practice returning. Every time your attention wanders, come back. Without judgment, without frustration, just return. That is what we are doing with Victoria. We're not trying to erase her past. We are teaching her that she can return. Return your attention to the handler. Return to the leash. Return to her breath. Return to the present moment. And that is why we train our dogs. Not to punish every mistake, but to guide them back to the desired behavior again and again and again until returning becomes easier than wandering. The opposite of fear is not always courage. Sometimes the opposite of fear is presence. Healing is not forgetting the past. It is no longer needing to prepare for it every second. And by understanding the concept of Mushin, you may not only become a calmer handler, you may become a calmer human. And that calmer human is exactly what your dog needs to progress. Thank you for listening. I'll see you for the next one.